Okay, first question. How did it feel to become Star-Lord again and play around the cosmos, and what were you looking forward to most?
Oh man, it felt so great. It felt just so great to be Star-Lord again. This character is so near and dear to me. I love working with James Gunn. Our collaboration is maybe my favorite thing in my career. I've had so much fun playing this character, bringing this character to life, and it felt just great. I mean, it's like putting on a suit that was tailored for you. It just fit, and the script was great, the story was great, and I think we executed. And the movie is, well, I'm very proud of the movie.
And where do we find Peter Quill in this new movie?
This film picks up just a couple months after the events of the first film, so Peter is trying his best to lead this ragtag squad of newly famous heroes who have accepted mercenary work with their new fame. He's trying to lead them and protect them from themselves and keep them out of trouble, with mixed results.
Why is finding his father such an important personal quest for Peter?
Well, I mean, this is grounded in reality, and even though this is set in space and it's this epic space opera and it's part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the character is very much grounded in reality. And he was a boy who never knew his father and constantly questioned his origin and where he came from. And all he knew was that his mother told him his father was from the stars, and when she passed away, he ended up going up into space and never was given that answer. So he's a little insecure about it, and as you would be, he wants to know who his father is, and it's very human. It's a very human desire and need to know where you're from.
What trait do you most like about your character?
I guess I don't know. I guess the trait that I like most about Quill is his heart, his love for his friends and family, and I think probably his heart.
Tell us about Star-Lord's relationship with the other Guardians this time around.
Quill's the leader in a way, but this is he is. I guess he's the leader of this group, the captain of this squad, and his relationship with the Guardians. We explore further those relationships between he and Gamora, and the romantic fire that's bubbling just beneath the surface, and the unspoken attraction between the two of them. His kind of becoming a father himself in a way to this young, vulnerable baby Groot, and a friend with Rocket, and that complicated relationship. An adopted son with Yondu. Each relationship, those are the main relationships that we explore with Quill, but there are also relationships that are explored between other characters, and like any great movie, this film does focus on relationships, and we learn a lot about characters through how they relate to one another.
Where do Peter Quill and Yondu stand with each other?
Yondu and Quill were not the way we left. It kind of stands how we left it off. Yondu loves Quill, but was not great to Quill, and Quill is still resentful of his upbringing and his childhood, and especially in light of the new information he learns in this film. So we leave it where we left off, but we end it somewhere far different.
I just got out of Kurt's room and I asked him about working with you, and he could not have had more nicer things to say. He
nice.
Just loves you. What was it like for you as an actor to work with Kurt?
Real nightmare. Real nightmare. He claims to love me, but he's very abusive. Very abusive. No, Kurt's awesome. Kurt's a great dude. Kurt is straight up. He's like he's honest and very straightforward. You'll never question where you stand with him. He'll tell you, and he's a consummate pro. Was never late, always on time, always knew his stuff, worked really hard, and asked incredible questions, and wouldn't move on until he had a logical starting point. If it didn't make sense to him, if the director hadn't fully articulated the idea to him, he just wouldn't let it go until he knew. And I think that's really a sign of, obviously, an actor who knows exactly how to do what they do, and there's a reason he's been so successful for so long. I learned a ton from him, from not just, in acting, not just how to be on set and how to be as a man, but certain technical aspects. And we had a great time outside of just our bonding over film, just with our things that we're similarly passionate about. And he's incredibly nice. I don't know. I really love him. I love him. And I asked him to be my dad in real life.
I am
Rest in peace, Bob. But you've been replaced, okay, by Snake Plissken, so you get it.
I thought James Gunn was just so incredible. I mean, so well spoken.
But then you met him.
So much
and
energy.
You realized you were wrong. He's the worst.
Oh, he's
I get
insane.
it.
What was there a certain comfort level working with him again, and why? What do you find so appealing working with James?
James and I have a shorthand. James and I have a shorthand professionally, comedically. Like, we can just look at one another and start laughing. It's like we can kind of read each other's minds. And I think that's a result of working intensely together for years and years now. And, we've got a great collaborative relationship. And he's my leader, and I trust him. And he asks me to do things that make me uncomfortable sometimes, but I trust that I'm in good hands, and I'm sort of like putty in his hands. He can get me to do just about anything he wants me to, and I can't say that about every director because I don't always trust every director, but with him I do.
If you could sum up your experience making this film in one word, what would it be and why?
One word. Satisfactory. No, I was joking. Profound.